Hello everyone, today we're going to take a look at the Sylvania Roadster, which this is, and the GEC optispan streetlights, and we're going to compare both of these, okay? Now both of these of course were major road category V streetlights that we use all around Australia, okay? These are high pressure sodium or metal halide lights. Okay, so these were very common major road lights being used all around Australia. Okay, when the old 4x40 watt fluorescents were replaced with high pressure sodium, the fitting they used was the optispec. Okay, but these came later, so these are more later generations. Okay, but they're both very common. They're both around. Okay, and they're still in production. Okay, they haven't been completely discontinued, but they are slowly disappearing because of LED lights, like the road LED. Okay, because high pressure sodium metal halide is old technology, so that's why they're being slowly replaced. But they're good collector's items. Okay, I like collecting them. Okay, so it's just good to collect them. Okay, so this is the Roadster and this is the optispan. I think I should say we're safe in saying that the Roadster was the most common. Okay, then I think the optispan was the second most common. Okay, there were other variants out there, you know, like there were some older generations of this, okay, and other models of that. The optispan come with different models, like you have an all metal grey chassis here, okay, that's another model. Okay, so, but this one, that's just probably the model that I like, okay, because it matches the Roadster almost. Okay, so we'll start off with similarities. Okay, similarities, photocells, they both take the same photocell. Okay, I'll take it off. They take the NEMA type photocell, which this is. Okay, so this is your photocell they both use. Another similarity is the lamp calibers. They're both chambered in either metal halide or high pressure sodium calibers. Okay. In the Roadster, I've got a metal halide lamp, and in that one, I've got a high pressure sodium. Okay. Now the bulbs I have in these are actually phosphor coated bulbs. Originally, you would have a clear tube type bulb. Okay, I like these phosphor coated bulbs just because they look nice. Okay, I'd rather them over the clear ones. Okay. They're both very good lights. I like both of these. They're both fun to play with. Okay. And during Anzac Day this year, because of COVID-19, I actually used the optispan outside as an eternal flame. It makes a good eternal flame, high pressure sodium. Okay, now both fittings have aluminium reflectors on either side. Okay, what I'll do is I'll open these up so we can take a look inside. To undo the diffuser, just undo these clips on here, and the diffuser opens up. And it's the same on the optispan. The optispan's a little different. Okay, the optispan, instead of being retained at the top, is actually retained on the bottom. Okay, it's actually retained here. Okay, better take this off so I can get it opened. Okay, so we've got both of them open. Alright. Okay, if you can see that. Okay, so here we have our Roadster, which is a bit full of rubbish. Okay, so we have our socket, which is an E40 socket. Okay, I'll just show you that. They both take the E40 socket, which this is. Okay, this is the bulb in here. This is metal halide. Okay, if you can see in there, you can see it's a metal halide. Okay, and it's pretty good that you can run metal halide in the Roadster and the optispan. Very rarely have I seen them actually used metal halide on roads, but they are out there, but they're very rare. Okay, but it is possible. The Roadster has a silicone seal around the diffuser, as where the optispan has it around the chassis. This whole socket assembly here can come off. You just undo those two screws and you can actually take it off. Okay, so you can replace it. Another thing is you got this little part in here, if you can see down there, that part there. That is so you can put a retainer for a clear bulb. Okay. Another thing is this diffuser has this part on here. Now, both of these are standard diffusers, but they are available in Aeroscreen, which is a flat diffuser. Okay, I'm not really a big fan of those. Okay, I'd rather the standard type over the Aeroscreen. The optispan here, once again it's the same. Okay, the socket can come off Okay, so you can replace it if need be. Alright, so we'll close this up. Okay, and we'll turn them around and we'll take a look at what's on the inside. Okay, so both of these are good lights. I like these, they're both for fun. Okay. Okay, all the clips around these are stainless steel, of course. Oops, see, that didn't go in. Let me try that again. There we go. Alright. Okay, so I'll leave that off. I'll put it back on. Okay, I had to take it off to get the diffuser open. Now, when I got this optispan, it didn't have a photocell receptacle. I was able to get one. Okay, so it's complete. And this part here was grey when I, if you can see it. I'll just move this. This chassis here was grey when I got it. Okay, but I painted it white just so it matches this. All right. So we'll turn these around and look at the back. Okay. So here's the back, or the top of the fittings, okay, if you can see. They both look the same, okay. We got a polypropylene cover on both of them. We've got die-cast chassis here, okay. Okay, it says Roadster on here. This one's got a sticker on the side. Okay, it doesn't say optispan anywhere on it, but it is an optispan, alright. The Roadster's diffuser is held on by 4 spring-loaded clips, as with this one it's held on by screws. Okay, so I guess we'll open both of these up so we can take a look inside, shouldn't we? So I'm going to have to rotate these around first. Alright. Okay. I might even tuck those cords up inside the fitting while I have them opened up. Okay, because I do like these, I just don't get them out very often, but because of the power they use a bit of power because they're high pressure sodium. Okay, they're old technology, but they're good collector's items, that's for sure. Okay, rotate that. Alright. So we'll open both of these up and we'll take a look inside. Okay, and see if there's any differences. Okay, to open this up, you just simply depress those spring-loaded clips. Okay, you just got to undo all 4 of them. You can get the Roadster open. Okay, and that just comes off like that. Okay. Alright. So there's what's inside our the Roadster. Okay, it's a bit filthy. Okay, now we'll open up the optispan. I'll just use my screwdriver here. Okay, now you can use your fingers, but it's just easier just to use a screwdriver because it's just good that you can undo it with a screwdriver because sometimes it can be stiff to get open. Okay, okay, optispan and Roadster. Okay, that comes off. All right. So there's what's inside, okay. Alright, so we'll take a look at the components in both of these. Okay, so we have our ballast here, okay. Now in the Roadster, the ballast is actually underneath here, so to get to that, you just undo 2 screws and this whole plastic part comes out and you can get to the ballast. We have the starter here, and the starter right there. We have our capacitor here and capacitor here. This one here's got a different capacitor, but they both operate the exact same way. Both of these have concealed spigot bolts, okay, so they're both concealed spigots. We have our photocell receptacle here for the Roadster, which is actually attached to this, and the photocell receptacle is just under there for the optispan. This whole plate here actually comes off, okay, you can actually take that out, okay, because you can configure it to run mercury vapor as well. So yeah, so that's the benefits of these, okay, you've got your 2 bolts there. Okay, to tighten it to the pole, okay, or to the arm, okay. Okay, so I guess while I'm here, I'll just run this cord. Oh, just thinking I might not be able to get the cover back on. Okay, so so that's basically all that's inside, both of these. So and the covers do have these little retainers. I took them off because I don't really like those. Okay, so I'll put these back together. If I can. Okay, and the clips just push back in. Okay, so this one here goes together in a similar manner to the Sylvania Urbans. Okay, and the Suburbans. Okay, it is identical in design to those, ain't it? Okay, that's probably why Sylvania brought those out, so it matches their Roadster. Okay, it's a shame that they're all being replaced with LEDs. Okay. But LED fittings are actually proven to be better than these, I think. But these are just good collector's items. Another thing with LEDs is they don't have this polypropylene cover on them. They're completely they're all die cast, so that means there's no polypropylene that can get broken. Okay, because these polypropylene covers can break. Okay, and that's one of the problems with the old tech, is that they're kind of fragile. Okay, but the chassis are strong. They're all die-cast chassis, so there's no way the chassis can get destroyed. Okay, and there's what's inside the optispan up close. Okay, now I do have separate videos on these. If you've not seen them, it's just you go back and have a look. Okay, but I do have separate videos on both of these fittings. Okay. Okay, so that's pretty good. All right, so put this back on. Okay, lining up that screw there. I just like these. These are just fun. Okay, so that's what high pressure sodium was proven to be a very good lamp for major roads, because it did the job. Okay, it's just a very good lamp. Okay, compared to fluorescence, but fluorescent was high tech back then. High pressure sodium was just coming out. There was low pressure sodium available as well. Okay, you know, like you had low pressure sodium lights. Okay, those were common too back in the 60s, okay, when they were made available. Okay, so so the fluorescent variant of this would have been the Daylight Adelaide. I'm still after one of those. I'll get one and I'll do a video of it when I do. Okay, just hoping I can get one, probably off the Streetlight Collectors. Okay, or I might find one on eBay or Gumtree if I'm lucky, but they're kind of rare because they're obsolete. Okay, compared to this. Okay, the optispan is still being made, so is the Roadster, but they are old technology. Not many people are using them anymore. Okay, because they're all using the new LED stuff. Alright, so I'll push this cord in there. Alright, so I'll push this cord in out of the. Okay, so it's not very easy to do. Okay, so I just love lights so much. I like these street lights. They're just fun to play with and fun to use. Okay, so that's basically the difference between the Roadster and the optispan. They're both the most common major road lights used throughout Australia. Okay, until the late 2010s when LEDs came around. Okay, so but they're still used. They're still out there. There's still people that still use them, but they considering the old technology. But yeah, a lot of the streetlight collectors like these. I like them. Okay, and when I was young, I always used to watch these lights turn on. Okay, and warm up. I just liked watching them heat up. Okay, and when you put phosphor-coated bulbs in there, it just makes it more exotic. Okay, it just makes it look more nice. So I hope you enjoyed, and that'll be it.